Hey, Llama. Hey, how about a little something, for the effort, And he says, there won't be any money, but when you die, on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness and a chance to listen to Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
It's time to take an inside look at those that are taking their lives, their businesses, and their passions to the next level. Get ready to thrive loud with Lou Diamond.
Welcome to another amazing episode of Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond, connecting you to the most inspiring and amazing people that are thriving each and every day. I'm your host, Lou Diamond. Today on Thrive Loud, we have a former Miss Singapore and cafe retail chain owner. She's the founder of the #1 entrepreneurship network in Southeast Asia. She's the host of the Soul Rich Women podcast. She's been awarded numerous times amongst the most prominent empowering women. She's also a business coach and has been recognized as Mentor of the Year in the Powerhouse Global. She also loves the F word, which we're going to talk about. Thrive Loud listeners, Genecia Alluora. Genecia, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks, Lou. Thanks for having me on your show.
I'm excited. You're like this shining meteor doing all of this incredible communication across the land that you're in. We're 12 hours behind. We give you credit. It's late night for her. It's early morning for me. It's never easy to coordinate these cross-planet messages, but we're here today and we're really excited. So I wanted to just kind of focus in on what you're doing most recently, because obviously everyone heard my bio. They could look at all your amazing artwork and pictures and all that fun stuff. But I want to talk about what you're focused on right now, because I think you're doing some pretty cool things in helping to mentor leading women across your side of the planet, maybe the whole globe. Tell everyone catch everyone up to speed as to what's going on.
There are three things basically we are focusing on right now, especially with the question, how are you going to go online or pivot your business in this post-pandemic world or post-COVID world? So we are getting people on board using podcasting. Secondly, is using live streaming to start an online business without showing their faces, which is a new upcoming trend, because most people know live stream versus videos are all showing faces. But right now in Southeast Asia, the no-show face trend is picking up really very quickly and making an income online. Lastly, it's creating an online course. And that is something that is I would say very common and yet not very heard of for some people as well. So we're getting all these people to come on board.
Genecia, I want to go through each one of them, but in a different order. The listeners got to hear that you're a former Miss Singapore. You have an amazing image, energy about yourself. Yet you're pushing and communicating to a lot of people in Asia now to not show their faces and their beautiful smiles and their teeth. What's going on, and why is that trend picking up in Asia maybe more so than not? It's live social audio platforms are picking up here in the States, but with always a link to try to get back to seeing people. What's going on over there?
The dropout rates for people using videos are quite high. I mean, especially in Asia, a lot of people are afraid of criticisms. They have a lot of excuses, not because of their internal, but a lot of external factors. I need to put on makeup and then get ready. To shoot a video takes 20 NG before cutting into a 3-minute video for one episode. And most people don't get past 3 to 5 episodes. In my years of experience guiding people to do webinars, replays, using videos, since I started going online in 2013, I would say the rates of pickup doing videos are not high. But the moment we say moving into no showing face, even though the trust thing is always something people ask, right? Would people trust me easily if you were to no show face? The answer is there are ways for you to do that. So why is it so? It is because of those said reasons. And now that the technology is shifting, the products and services we're getting through no longer need to just be a face to that specific channel. There could be multiple hosts to that specific channel. So you as a business owner don't need to show your face at all.
Now let's flip this, because this now lines up very much what your strong point is and what you're communicating a lot of businesses with, and that's podcasting. So obviously, the medium of audio has been exploding across, I'd say across the globe over the last 5 years at a level that no one ever really anticipated. How are you helping other people recognize the power of podcasting and how they can incorporate it into their businesses?
It's mainly as an external, I would say, an additional way to reach out to more audience. Think about it. We are locked down by the major social media platforms, the blue, the pink, the red, the black, right? Whatever that may be to you. But if you do one podcast, you load it onto the hosting platform, it goes out to more than 40 platforms out there with millions of listeners who are able to listen to you at one consolidated platform. That in itself is already very, I would say, attractive to a lot of people versus you trying to do different things for different platforms. And it gets quite messy sometimes. And the fact that podcasting is so perfect and wonderful because you get international audience more so than the social media platforms itself, where you are bound by the circle of friends and the people who follow you. Plus, you need to run a lot of advertisements as well. Whereas podcasting, you are easily searchable. And if you are trending, you are definitely going to rise up the ranks.
I was going to ask this question because we have two different schools of thought on how we both promote our own podcasts. And obviously, you're a globally renowned, famous person. I'm kind of famous, but infamous more so than famous. And interestingly, podcasting has been utilized in my platform more for its networking capabilities versus maybe the branding of that. Have you been able to utilize your Soul Rich Woman platform in a way that helps to increase other aspects of your business?
Definitely, podcasting has helped me to do a lot of networking. In fact, one of my role as the CEO and founder of Soul Rich Woman is international networking. So I'm like a foreign affairs minister, kind of that. Mm-hmm. And it really does. So that's why I have managed to meet you. For example, I also get to meet Gary Vee, Marion Buffett, Sheryl Sandberg, people who are out there. So I feel that podcasting gives me an avenue to talk to people, share their views, and yet at the same time, a consolidated place where people could just find me so much easily than just the 5-6 big players of social media platforms out there.
Let's talk about whether we're getting back to being more in person today than not. I actually saw the clip with you and Gary Vee. You were face-to-face when you did get a chance to chat with him, and at events and conferences and things like that. And we're seeing that inch back. First of all, is that happening more so on your side of in Singapore and Asia? Are you seeing more people getting back together, or still not yet?
We are currently on lockdown because of the rise of the recent COVID cases, unfortunately, the clusters and things like that. I feel that it's each of our own responsibility to play our part and role. I will hope that events do start to take place, but with the precautions in place. Got it.
Listeners need to know, by the way, she's got the best white headphones, white outfit going on, messing with her outfit. We're kind of doing the black and white thing here. I'm doing the opposite in what I'm wearing, but I can't pull off the headphones as well as you can. Tell me a little bit about what Soul Rich Woman podcast has meant to you, the experience of all the people you've connected to, and obviously your very large growing audience.
To me, it's about kind of getting nuggets from other people's success. I think staying humble and curious is one of the thriving factor that is getting me to move forward recording my podcast, because a lot of people don't get past their first 50, 100 episodes, but I've gone past 100 and I've done this for the last few years. And I think that is the driving motivation to know other people's stories and being always curious about what is something that I can always learn from the other person over the other side.
All right, so now I get to have some fun here. Why do you love the F word so much, Genecia?
Soul Rich Woman fundamentally means that your alignment of mind, body, and soul. And when you're rich on the inside, you manifest the abundance and richness on the outside. That's why it's called Soul Rich Woman. You can't just chase the money for the money. You got to have that vehicle, and the money will come along the way. And the F word, it was created because everybody's definition of success is totally different. What to you is your F word is different from mine. So we came up with 4 different categories or pillars, would be fabulous, freedom, financial independence, and a happy family. With that, you can decide what is your big why. Why do you do what you do for entrepreneurship? Why do you do what you do to go online? Why do you do what you do to wake up every single morning? What is your F word? So my F word and my biggest F word is actually family and freedom. What about you?
Fun. I was going to go there.
Yay!
There's another.
I love that.
Fun is definitely mine. I was going to joke for obvious. There are other words that depends on how I'm feeling that might be dropped.
My friends told me food.
Food is a good one. Friends is also a really good one too.
Yeah.
I actually recognize that. It is interesting when we think about how many great words are associated positively with that word, with that letter, than other ones. Genecia, I love asking this question, and I want to see where this goes because we're going to have fun here. Look, you've been thriving since. When did you start doing pageants and whatnot? How young were you when you started doing that along that age?
Early 20s, I would say.
Early 20s.
I started in 2006. That was my first beauty pageant, Miss Singapore Universe. I mean, I never wanted to go that direction. It was because I had low self-esteem. I was often being bullied in school because my financial background was not sound. I had to support myself through school since I was 14. So to me, pageant is always, okay, it's out of my reach because I have to be rich. I have to have a lot of clothes, a lot of beautiful fancy shoes. I got to have like stuff that makes me look good, right? But I don't have all these things. And my circle of friends, the support they gave me were like really amazing. They said, hey, Genecia, you should go for it. We see a potential in you, which I didn't see in myself. So I learned that really it's because the people around you who believed in you, sometimes you just got to borrow or lend their courage because we can't see what we can't see and we don't know what we don't know. Think about the Johari's window. We'll never know what's to come or what we don't know, right? So in order to raise our awareness, it's through peer-to-peer support or also mentorship as well, or through your coaches. All these three ways are ways to increase our awareness. But most importantly is to have an open heart and open mind. And that's how I got into the pageant world eventually.
I like it. Yeah, I was trying to see, I know that there's some people who literally do this since they're like 3 years old. And I'm glad to hear it was something, a later decision in your life, because sometimes it's cute, but sometimes it's a little bit, why are they dressed up so maturely at such a little age? I love asking guests this question. We all have days when we're doing amazing, like yourself, between your podcast, your business, your retail chain, all the things you've been doing. On most days, you are thriving. Yet we all have those days when we're not quite doing so great and we're a little off our game. Genecia Alluora, when you have trouble thriving, what practice do you seek or what individual do you seek out to get yourself back on the thriving track?
Two things. First, always learn how to be present and disconnect from the things that are not, I would say, important at the moment. Because I think because of social media, we are always scrolling through our news feeds, and we try to be in tune with, for example, the social media platforms, the news outlets, and we try to be there and everywhere, but we are nowhere. So I disconnect completely and be present with who I am. And I take time to be with myself and to really find out what is my what am I thinking, what am I going through, and then later on processing the emotions. I think because the way I function is I need to process my emotions. I need to go for my long walks. So all these really help with getting myself back in motion and back in action. The last one will be having a mentor. I think that has really kicked my ass quite a fair bit. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to move at all. I just want to sit there and sulk the whole day because of something must have happened in the workplace or in the business, right? And I mean, there are days there are ups and downs. I'm not perfect, but we must be willing to learn and willing to be humble to move forward. So I think having a mentor really helps.
I was going to ask this question. You've been all about helping and empowering women. Have there been men in your life that have played the roles as mentor or those that you've actually helped?
Yeah, definitely. I have both mentors who are guys and clients who are guys as well, because I'm a coach and trainer who is totally into women empowerment. I mean, I love empowering women, right? And is it okay that if I share the same energy with you, I mean, if you like to be a part of the community, you're always welcome. So it's not a exclusive for men versus women. It was more like I'm for women, But if you're a guy, you're part of the happy family F word, welcome on board. In fact, a lot of my ladies bring their husbands for the events because they want to see and show their husbands, hey, this is the community I'm hanging out with. These are the women that is guiding me along through. And with that positivity and agreement from both partners, there's always harmony in the things that we do, isn't it?
Yep, totally true. Let's do the admin part of the show. Share with the listeners all the places people can find you, your podcast, your websites, URL, social media handles. We'll put it in the show notes, but it always gets more engagement when they hear it from you.
Well, if you love today's episode, you can connect with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Genecia Alluora, and that is GeneCialluora, Genecia Alluora. You can tune into my podcast at soulrichwomanpodcast.com, and that is SOULRICHWOMAN podcast.com. Last but not least, I have 2 free gifts for you. Number 1, Secrets of Personal Branding, and that is my experience after coaching leaders of organizations, CEOs of companies, and politicians. I've put together a 7-step way for you to build your personal brand both offline and online. So do grab that. The other one, having run a very successful team virtually, how do you delegate 80% of your to-do list to your assistant so that you can make money online and focus on your zone of genius? So these 2 downloads are directly available on the website at soulrichwoman.com, SOULRICHWOMAN.com.
I bet you've gotten that mistake a couple of times where people are typing it in the plural, right? They're putting the EN at the end there. I like it.
Yeah, but I have got both of me, so I am covered. But it's just that I have got to tell people it's the A,
Totally. Genecia, are you ready to go down Fun Street here on Thrive Loud?
Let's go.
Okay. I love asking guests this question. I have no idea where this is going. Do you like the movies?
Yes.
Do you have a movie that you love to see more often than not, a movie that connects with you?
Oh, yes.
Can you share with the listeners what that is?
Oh, I love The Little Mermaid, even though it's just a cartoon, Disney cartoon, but it has really something that I would say spoken to my heart. It's always to chase after your dreams.
Oh, I love that. That's nice. And who doesn't love Ariel? I mean, come on. She's awesome. She rocks. All right. We're going to do the speed round here. It's real easy. I'm going to ask you certain questions. Most of these things are things that lift you up, make you feel good, motivate you, make you thrive. And just the first thing that comes to your head. Don't think too much about it. And there really are no wrong answers. So you can't really do too badly. Okay. A song of late that you love to hear or that pumps you up.
It's called Mang Zong. It's a Chinese song.
All right, cool. I'm going to have to ask you where to get it from. Who plays it? Who's the artist?
Who's the artist? I have it on my Spotify. Zhao Fangqing. It's in Chinese. Zhao Fangqing.
A favorite food that's not a dessert.
Hokkien mee.
Okay, what is that?
It's a kind of like a mix of yellow and white noodles with prawns and some sauce. It's very, very tasty here in a hawker. It's a hawker street food here in Singapore.
I like it. A favorite dessert.
Ice cream, lots of chocolate.
Any flavor in particular you like?
Yeah, chocolate.
Oh, chocolate ice cream. Gotcha. An activity you wish you did more of?
Scuba diving.
Ooh, do you scuba dive often? You like to?
Oh yes, I'm a rescue diver, and I love scuba diving so much.
An activity you wish you did less of?
Sleeping.
You wish you slept less?
So that I can do more stuff and get things done.
If I snap my fingers, Genecia, and you could be anywhere in the world, where are you?
Maldives.
Oh, you've been a couple of times, or?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's like paradise, right?
Mm.
Soul Rich Woman, the absolutely amazing Genecia Alluora. Thank you so much for coming on Thrive Loud today. This has been awesome. Continue doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring everybody, and we'll stay connected. Sound like a plan?
More power to you.
You got it. And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us. And until next time, keep thriving onward and upward. And remember, be brief, be bright, be gone.
You've been listening to Thrive Loud with your host, Lou Diamond. head on over to Spotify, Good Pods, or wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe and listen to all of our incredible episodes. Follow Lou at Thrive Loud everywhere on social media, and head on over to thriveloud.com to connect directly to Lou and learn how you and your business can thrive loud too. Thanks for listening.